Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, the future of the Forever Canadian petition could be decided this week. Costly connection, the 113-year-old high-level bridge could be demolished and replaced. And playing with the pros, the Edmonton Elks throw the football around with some local kids.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The organizer behind the Forever Canadian petition could get his chance to speak in front of a committee this week that could decide the petition's future. CTV's Naheed Nenshi joins us now. So, Naheed, what can you tell us about this meeting?
Well, Matt, Thomas Lukazik says he was told Friday night he may be invited to present his case for keeping Alberta in Canada in front of a special committee tomorrow afternoon. Now, he says he's not happy his petition could possibly become a referendum question, as he would rather have this discussed in the legislature, where that vote would be binding.
If she puts that question on a referendum, it will be like a poll. She'll be polling Albertans, but she cannot do anything with the outcome of that question, which separatists, I imagine, won't be happy with either, because they want, action from the Premier.
Thomas Lukazik's question asks, do you agree that Alberta should remain in Canada? Nearly 439,000 Albertans signed the Forever Canadian petition. Meantime, NDP leader Naheed Nenshi says he expects a referendum question about separation to appear on the ballot this fall.
There is no petition, there is no referendum. The only way that there will be a referendum is if Danielle Smith makes one happen herself. And if she does do that, then the mask slips. And we know she's been a separatist this entire time.
The separatist Stay Free petition was quashed on the grounds First Nations were not properly consulted. The province says it will be appealing that decision, calling the ruling incorrect in law and anti-democratic. And today, the organizers behind the Stay Free Alberta Independence Movement filed their own application with the Court of Appeal. Matt?
All right, Naheed Nenshi live in studio tonight. Thank you. One of Edmonton's most iconic bridges is likely going to be demolished and replaced. In 2022, City Council set aside $200 million to fix up the high-level bridge. City staff say because of rising costs in recent years, renewal is no longer feasible or fiscally responsible. CTV's Jeremy Thompson joins us live from the River Valley, where the high-level bridge has been a major focal point for more than a century now. So, Jeremy, what has changed since Council set aside that maintenance money?
Well, you're right, Matt. The high-level bridge is now 113 years old, and in the years since Council set aside that money for renewal, engineers have found more complex issues in this iconic structure. The city now estimates extending the bridge's life for another 75 years would cost about $1 billion.
We found that the cost is just more expensive, and the amount of rehabilitation that's required is more extensive than we had originally anticipated in 2022 based on the information that we had at that time.
The city says the high-level bridge is safe to use, though it will close for about 3 months in 2028 for renewal work. That's because city administration is proposing a plan to keep it open for the next 10 to 15 years while a replacement is designed, then built beside it. The city says the historic low-level bridge is also at the end of its life. The northbound bridge was built in 1900 as the first ever bridge across the North Saskatchewan. The southbound span was built in 1949. Under the proposed plan, a replacement low level will be built, the newer span demolished, and the historic northbound bridge will be converted for walking and cycling use. The city says construction would be staggered to minimize disruption to traffic. It's also expecting to conduct extensive consultations with the public.
Talking to Edmontonians about what do they need in the future high-level bridge. What does it need to look like? What does it need to deliver in terms of function? Because we're at the beginning and none of those decisions have been made yet.
The high-level bridge is a designated municipal historic resource, which protects it from demolition or any inappropriate alteration. The city says council has the power to remove that protection by repealing its bylaw from 1995. Now, I'm sure this proposal generates a million questions in the minds of Edmontonians. There are a lot of unanswered questions at this point because it's so early, but let's go over what we do know. The Great Divide waterfall, that is not coming back. A new bridge will remove all these height restrictions, though, and eliminate trucks getting stuck at the entrance to the high-level bridge. A new bridge could also have 4 lanes, bike lanes, or even high-speed rail. When it comes to slow-speed rail, the existing high-level streetcar on top of it right now, its trips across the bridge are in jeopardy. The city says a very early estimate puts the construction or replacement of both the high-level bridge and the low-level bridge combined at $1.3 billion, although that will likely change over the years. Administration will present its plan to council on Monday. Matt?
All right, Jeremy Thompson, live in the River Valley tonight. Thank you. New bylaws aimed at protecting pets and people living in Edmonton are now in effect. Pet license fees are increasing by $1 each year for the next 3 years. Discounts will be offered to seniors and people on income assistance. Dogs that attack or bite will face tougher consequences. A first-time offense could result in a fine between $250 to $3,000, with fines doubled for repeat convictions. If a dog is deemed vicious by the city, fines will start around $7,000.
Vicious dogs, we've added additional conditions to the license. This includes signage posted at the property so people know there is a vicious dog on site, and also the requirement that people get mandatory training for their dogs to ensure they're not a threat in the future.
New to the bylaw, dog owners will have 24 hours to report an attack or bite or face an extra $250 fine. There will also be an increased enforcement around pets found in unsafe conditions, like hot cars left outside during extreme cold or transported in an unsafe way. A small number of students in southern Alberta are being treated for rabies exposure after an encounter with a bat on a school bus. Alberta Primary and Preventative Health Services says officials were notified last Wednesday. The bat was found on a Golden Hills School Division bus in Drumheller. The bus driver and students were assessed. A small number were treated for rabies exposure. There are no reports of serious illness or adverse reactions. Data collected by the province shows in the last century there have been more than 1,000 confirmed cases of rabies in Alberta. The Edmonton Soaring Club says one of its members was killed in a glider crash northeast of Edmonton. RCMP say the glider went down in Lamont County shortly after 3 Monday afternoon. The only person on board died. The president of the Edmonton Soaring Club says no one heard an emergency radio call, and the cause of the crash at this point is unclear.
These things are very rare. It's very rare that they happen. So it's almost always, because it's a rare event, it's usually something really unlikely, or a sequence of unlikely events coming together to cause it.
The Transportation Safety Board is investigating the crash. A weapons detection system is now operating at the Royal Alexandra Hospital Emergency Department. Alberta Health Services provided us video of the system in order to protect patient privacy. AHS says the technology works a lot like a screening system at concerts or sports events. If the machine detects something problematic, the person is sent for a secondary screening. People can keep items in a secure locker until they leave. AHS says if a patient refuses the screening, Protective Services will refer them to HealthLink or accompany them into the emergency department. St. Albert City Council has voted to keep its integrated fire EMS service at a greater cost. In March, the city was notified provincial funding for municipal ambulance contracts would be reduced. At the time, St. Albert was one of 7 integrated fire and EMS services in Alberta. The city says starting next year, the new contract will mean a 1.2% tax increase. That will generate nearly $2 million. Strathcona County and Red Deer have also voted to keep integrated fire EMS service. Leduc, Spruce Grove, and Lethbridge all voted to change. The federal government is spending nearly $7 million on artificial intelligence projects in Alberta. Ottawa says the money will support more than 70 jobs and help advance Canada's domestic capacity for AI innovation. $3 million is earmarked for the University of Alberta's Canadian AI Compute Vault. 3 other Edmonton-based companies are also receiving money to help them grow and compete in the AI market. $1 million in repayable funding will go towards Dark Horse Emergency, which builds software for public safety organizations across the country.
We have a lot of interest overseas, in the U.S., in Europe, in the Middle East, and this will really help support our growth and expansion internationally.
The money comes from the Regional Artificial Intelligence Initiative. It aims to help bring new AI technologies to market and speed up AI adoption in sectors such as agriculture, healthcare, and manufacturing. All right, Josh, time for a look at the weather and a few scattered showers out there today.
Yeah, especially just off to the northeast. We've had some lightning strikes as well to go along with those hit and miss showers. In the city, it really hasn't amounted to all that much. A lot of this has kind of danced around us, but I'll show you the radar map in a second. 17 degrees right now, little gusty, 20 gusting to about 35, 40 kilometers per hour. I think that's going to be the case again tomorrow. Gusts to about 40, maybe at times 50 kilometers per hour. 4 degrees this morning, pretty close to average, and right around average with a high of 19 this afternoon. So it was a cool start to the long weekend. Temperatures yesterday got up to 18 degrees. We'll get to 19 today. I think we'll cool off again tomorrow for one day and then get back up around 20 for most of the next week, week and a half. There's your thunderstorms that pushed, well, they started around Fort Saskatchewan. Now Redwater, areas off to the south. Notice within city limits, really not much. There's a little bit of shower activity there back off to the northwest of the city. Most of the thunderstorms today have been in northeastern Alberta and then back further to the west. And you can see how things here just west-northwest of the city are kind of dying down a little bit. So there is still a chance that you might see a scattered shower before this evening is done, but no heavy, steady rain in the forecast. And anything that we get tomorrow is going to be pretty scattered in nature as well. Best, most likely time frame would be midday, late morning or early afternoon. Gets a little gusty there midday and through the afternoon hours as well. Gusts to around 30 or 40 kilometers per hour. And temperatures after getting close to 20 today in the mid-teens tomorrow. As we said, it will warm back up after tomorrow. We'll show you that with 5 and 10 day forecast in just a couple minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, what fun you can find, or at least at a lower cost, in Edmonton this summer.
If there's anything we can do to help, like lowering our prices a little bit, that's going to hopefully help people feel that they're welcome.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Canada's inflation rate rose to 2.8% in April. It was driven largely by higher gas prices. Stats Canada says the cost of gasoline was 28.6% higher year over year in April. It says the conflict in the Middle East disrupted global oil shipments. Energy prices were also up more than 19%. Food inflation slowed last month. While inflation was up, it was less than many economists had predicted. The annual pace of inflation last topped 3% in 2023. As the cost of living rises, many local attractions and festivals are doing what they can to lower prices and offer deals for Edmontonians. CTV's Connor Hogg has more.
Families of all shapes and sizes gather in Horlack Park over the long weekend. Rhonda Latosky and her kids came to the park looking for an afternoon activity that wouldn't come with a cost.
Just with the price of everything, it's better to find free things to do so we can afford some of, the things we have to get.
Taste of Edmonton is part of a successful summer partnership from last year, coming back again by popular demand. Eat, Play, Laugh ticket packages provide tickets to Taste of Edmonton, K-Days, and the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival.
Opening our doors and having the most amount of people that can come in for the least amount of money that we possibly can do. And, that's where we believe that affordability, it needs to be top of mind.
Fort Edmonton Park opened for the summer season on Saturday. This summer, tickets are 10% cheaper than they were last year. The park hopes the lower price also lowers some financial barriers.
Discretionary income is becoming more and more stretched these days, and so if there's anything we can do to help, like lowering our prices a little bit, that's going to hopefully help people feel that they're welcome, they can still enjoy, they can spend time together with family.
Edmonton's Chamber of Commerce says many Edmontonians are feeling a financial pinch right now. That could be challenging for people looking for ways to spend the summer.
People will be looking for ways to save money and to make sure that they stretch their dollar more. But Edmontonians are a hardy bunch that still love their restaurants, they love their festivals, they love their events. I think we've weathered the storm before, and we do it by continuing to help each other.
Back at Horlack Park, while Rhonda Latosky is glad to hear that some prices in the city aren't continuing to go up, she thinks the city could always help a little bit more.
I think that they could even make admission to the outdoor swimming pools free for the summer. That would be great.
Families hoping to make a savings splash without skimping on the summer fun. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Still to come tonight on CTV News, defense dollars. The province helping local businesses access new markets related to national defense.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Oh, the temperatures outside today don't look too promising for swimming. Quentin Outdoor Pool is scheduled to open tomorrow for the first time this season. The city also plans on filling the Mill Creek Pool so it can open Saturday, weather permitting. Well, let's dive into weather now. Josh, what do you think? We're going to see some pool weather this week?
Oh, temperatures actually look not bad. Tomorrow's going to be one of the coolest days that we see for a while. 15 for a daytime high tomorrow, maybe 16. But look at that.
Look at that.
The next week and a half, right through to the end of the month, we're around or above average for daytime highs. And by the weekend, should be in the low to mid 20s for daytime highs. Here's where we sit right now, 17. As you look out at cloudy skies on the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed right or it's free. Some scattered showers in the area, but it really looks like most of the more organized precipitation is going to avoid the city here through this evening. 14 in Fort McMurray, 13 in Grand Prairie. Red Deer's at 11 as you have some showers and possibly some thunderstorms in the next little bit here rolling into that area. A little gusty from Cold Lake back through Lac La Biche. It's been awfully windy in through the Peace Country today. That's actually some of the calmest wind that you've had through this afternoon. Earlier in the day, gusts well over 50 kilometers per hour. Red Deer right now at about 35 gusting to 50. And here in the city, roughly 20 gusting to 40, and I think that's what we're going to get for most of midday and tomorrow afternoon. Special weather statement in effect for the areas here in northeastern Alberta and east central parts of the province. This does not include the city of Edmonton or Red Deer. However, areas just off to the east, possibility is some funnel clouds through the late afternoon and early evening hours. Haven't had any reports of funnel clouds in through that area as of yet. This comes on the heels of 7 reported landspout tornadoes over the course of the May long weekend in Alberta. Landspout tornadoes, not the really strong ones that you think about when you typically think about tornadoes, but a tornado nonetheless. So we're off to a quick start to tornado season. Wouldn't have guessed 7 over the May long weekend. There's your showers and thunderstorms still kicking around in the northeast. Getting a little bit quieter here in through western parts of the province. Not quite as much lightning activity. And you can see these thunderstorms are off to the northeast of the city. So they're moving away. All of this is going to slide south of the Edmonton area. And it's kind of dry here back off to the west-northwest. So you may see a couple hit and miss showers before tonight's done. No real heavy, steady rain. You might see some steadier rain in east central Alberta overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. It's a new little system that's going to develop and spin up here on the backside of that. Yeah, chance of some scattered showers sort of midday tomorrow from Edmonton off to the west. I think the bigger issue is, or the bigger story is not so much rain, but that cooler northwesterly flow. So close to 20 today, more like about 15 or 16 for a high tomorrow, and gusty. 7 degrees, Fort McMurray tomorrow morning, 6 for Grand Prairie, and here in Edmonton, Red Deer drops to about 4 degrees. Looks like we're frost-free, really, for most of the next week and a half, 2 weeks. There might be 1 or 2 days here between now and the end of the month where you see some patchy frost in the area, but I think any plants that you planted are probably safe. 16 degrees in Fort McMurray, 18 in Grand Prairie tomorrow, and 14 in Red Deer. Here in the city, we'll drop into that 5 to 10 degree range overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. Chance of a scattered shower midday be the most likely time frame, and then back into the 20s for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend.
All right, Josh, thank you. The provincial government is spending $21 million to help Alberta companies find new markets in the defense sector. Alberta's technology minister says this money will help companies quickly adapt their technology and products for the defense sector. Many of these companies are already making products for industries like energy, environmental monitoring, and construction. Augmented reality company Scope AR started in Edmonton. Its co-founder says the company initially had to go to the United States for its customers. He says recent investments in defense by the federal government means there's a bigger market in Canada to access.
We want to support Canadian investments. We want to support the Canadian market and our Canadian defense sector. This allows us to hopefully do that in an easier way because, you know, up until now, the Canadian government's been quite honest that the procurement cycle's really difficult. They're trying to make that easier.
The program will be based at the University of Alberta. Other colleges and universities like NAIT and the UFC will also be involved. When we return, football fun. The Edmonton Elks bring their game to Spruce Grove for the first time in a decade.
This is what community is about, bringing people together, and, just surrounding it by sport is fantastic.
Programming brought to you by Alberta iGaming Corporation. For integrity, for fun, for Alberta.
Wednesday on Your Morning, we talked to Mayor Andrew Knack about the state of Edmonton's downtown and how to get more people into the core. Plus, how to help your children learn about money by focusing on their awesome stuff.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
Thousands of Edmonton Elks fans flooded Grant Fear Field in Spruce Grove on Victoria Day. As the team prepares for this season, they're also making an effort to be out in the community in and around Edmonton. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more.
It's a moment these up-and-coming minor football players in Spruce Grove won't forget. A chance to play with the Edmonton Elks.
Some of these kids made me look really talented at quarterback. They're making some great catches, running some great routes, so it's just all part of the fun, and that green and gold showcase means so much to the community, means a lot to us players.
Well, the connection with the outstanding players in the Elks and just the tie-in with our minor football program, it's fantastic to bring those two together.
It's Green and Gold Day in Spruce Grove. The mayor made the proclamation to celebrate the Elks' first fan day in the city in over a decade.
This is what community is about, bringing people together, and just surrounding it by sport is fantastic.
It's also an opportunity for fans to see the Double E in action before they kick off the season.
The rebuild is coming along very nicely, and I think we have a strong showing for this year.
I think so too, yes. And they're having the Grey Cup in Calgary this year, so we gotta win.
Getting excited for football season. Been a season ticket holder for over 20 years, so I think this is going to be a good year. I can feel it.
The two Elks mascots are hyping up the team's chances for a Grey Cup run.
Do you think they're going to win the Grey Cup this year, though? That's the real...
100%. Yeah. You sure? Yeah.
I'm calling playoffs this year. I think 100%. I think with Fajardo and we got a good new rebuilt O-line. I think we have a good shot this year.
The Green and Gold say they're ready to take on a tough West Division after a busy training season.
We're focused on trying to get better in camp so that we can hold up our end of the bargain.
We have a really talented roster this year, and it's going to be exciting when we put it on turf.
The Elks' first regular season home game is June 20th against the Montreal Alouettes. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.